owners there will be allowed to leave their docks and?
That's my proposal.
That is a proposal,
Because
okay.
depending on where they go, we're definitely looking for a motion today, some kind of direction to me and my staff as to what to do, or maybe even direction to Michael what to do. So, Mr. Cotter, but because we've been talking this for 3 months now, but yeah, that's my proposal.
Thank you very much. I think the owners there would appreciate the grace of an additional year to make a decision. I think in reading this agreement again, and it has been some time, the district has overall management of the dam, including structural and operational management and repair in areas outside the county's responsibility. So it's my understanding that your proposal would expand areas of the district's responsibility by shrinking the county's responsibility. Is that fair? I asked that as a point of clarification.
That is fair, and just forgot to mention from the previous gentleman's comments, I have to use our GIS site to tell me what our right-of-way is, and I did not see any evidence that anybody owns the road. Joe, we're not seeing that, so I'm not sure that that's the case. He may be right, he may be, and our site might be wrong, but yeah, we're expanding your ownership and responsibilities.
So with that expansion of responsibilities, would the district then become responsible to enforce the county's rules on structures near the lake, or would those remain the county's responsibility?
Those aren't our rules, those are DNR's rules built into that agreement.
Okay. I thought the county had restrictions on building within 75 feet.
Well, there are county restrictions like that as well, but the dam rules, to my recollection inside the agreement, are rules that came down from DNR in this agreement. Michael?
The county's not giving away any zoning jurisdiction to the Lake District. They can't do that.
Thank you. We don't want it, right? Thank you for clarifying, no. And then I just want to confirm, the agreement requires the owners to appoint a representative from their group to represent the owners in negotiations. And I understand that you've made a number of efforts. I would hope that the county would be willing to entertain an appointment of a representative of the owners in the future in this discussion.
Actually, I think in the letters I wrote, the first letter I wrote was, hey, we're talking about this. We're going to need the Lake District to be a voice to the property owners, is what I wrote in that first letter. So I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be the case.
Certainly it will be item number 1 in the Lake District's newsletter this fall to all riparian owners, and I would hope that that would prompt some communications back. Thank you. That's all the comments I have, unless there are questions.
Any questions? Any other comments? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anyone else like to speak? Rich, do you have some direction from the board?
Well, I would like to ask Mr. Cotter, they're talking about these different responsibility and laws. I don't know, this is something new that was brought up.
Well, as far as the zoning jurisdiction, that can't be given up. So the county will still hold, or still control what, from a zoning perspective, what can be placed or built in that area, regardless of ownership. And then the issue with the dam itself, the DNR had rules about depth of what can be put into the whole thing is the dam. The whole earthen embankment is the dam. So the DNR, one thing they've made clear is that you can't dig into the dam itself. There's been things that have been dug into the dam previously. There's a whole drainage system at one point that was, and a culvert that was put in by a previous owner that went under the road. And so there was a whole bunch of things that were out there, but that's one of the things that, is more restrictive than typical zoning, if that makes sense. That's a rule from the DNR. As far as the ownership, we would have to investigate if there's been a few allegations that were made or statements that, we would certainly have to, we're not gonna sell anything we don't own. That'd have to be through the title company and through realtors, and we're not to that point yet. Even if you go that way, or you might say, no, we wanna keep it right away. And
You might even have two conflicting state laws here. I'm no lawyer, but Joe and I have had conversations in the past about right-of-way acquisition when we do highway road projects. And I don't remember the exact statute, it's been a while since we talked to them. I've kind of looked it up and what have you, but once a road's installed, after such a certain length of period, it too has a default ownership timeline. I forget if it's a decade or not. 10 years. So there is a right-of-way role in this as well.
Where do we go from here?
Sounds like a legal review.
So are we able to enforce and keep them from storing stuff on there now?
yeah, we can look into that more. I think Mr. Trevitowski conditioned what he said. He said that's what he's saying. It doesn't mean that that's what it is. I mean, that's, we'd have to look into that more but again, portions of it are clearly our right of way.
Let me ask this. Assuming all legal obstacles were cleared, we don't need a decision today, but I'm kind of interested, where you sit on the proposal that I started off with. Is that the right course of action? The one gentleman, I forget your name, I'm sorry, even said, it's probably a good recommendation. But can we clear it legally? So that'd be the only caveat to what I said earlier, is we do a legal study to whether or not my proposal stands up to legal scrutiny. And if so, then we come back and consider that, unless you have other ideas.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. If you come back, you're gonna meet evidently to see about the legal that was brought up by the gentleman. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm okay with selling it as long as all the legal aspects are taken care of. Now, could you come back next month with this, you think, or
No.
a couple months? Cause we have all winter now.
Yeah.
You said that to look over.
Correct. It would definitely, real estate transactions alone.
No, I'm
Take
talking about
months.
the legal part of it.
Yeah, I don't know, Michael, what do you need time-wise?
I mean, 2 months,
2 months would be fine. I mean, I'd rather move it off my desk sooner than later, but if you wanna put it out 2 months, that's fine.
So you would actually do it then?
Yeah.
In your office?
Well, unless you want AI lawyer here. So,
So we can make a motion to proceed as planned with legal,
yeah, with the legal aspect.
legal review in the next 60 days. Correct?
Yeah, that's fine.
You gotta make a second.
You got a
We-
first and a second on the
Rich,
motion?
can we add, let's talk about if this will go through a
I think
fence.
that's operational, we can put a fence up,
You can just do it.
we can just do that, I mean, it's our right of way, right? It'll be, well, it's our right of way now, but, where he's talking a fence, but we're talking a fence if, right at our right of way, so if it became 4 feet, it'd be at 4 feet, minus 2 inches, so.
Up to you, the amendment, I've got a first and a second.
Yes, I do. I to proceed as planned with legal review in the next 60 days, and then Supervisor Schaefer and Supervisor Morrow second.
That's right. Any other discussion?
Can I just say one thing yet?
This year.
My name's Randy Miller.
Hold on one
One
second.
second, committee, are you okay with that? We do have a first and a second. Go ahead, Randy.
Okay. Randy Miller, West 1638, County Highway J. Just perspective, my wife and I bought the property, it's just the, second house east of the spillway. I, for one, would be adept to the purchase, if it goes that way. And I know that at least, one other person would also lean that way. But we haven't talked to anybody, about it yet, but now that gained a little more knowledge here today, I think that probably we'll talk to everybody on the block, so to speak. And I guess the biggest thing is if we could get some type of number.
Well, that would be the, once I get direction, and they say pursue. this.
Right, so we'd have to get everybody on board first, correct?
Well, I think we get the numbers.
But I think, I don't really, think the first question is gonna be from everybody is gonna be, what's it gonna cost?
Well, I think that's step, after we get direction, hey, all obstacles cleared, move
Okay.
forward.
Sure.
We would get a real estate agent, we would start to study, I mean, we're not actually talking a huge amount of land here, we're talking 200 square feet on one
Yeah,
parcel.
exactly, yeah.
It's like 200, one of them's like less than 200 square feet.
Right.
So it's not a huge amount of land, it is lakefront though, so it's not gonna be $1.
Yeah,
I think the best way to approach it is get the numbers up front.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I agree. One other thing is, we're talking 33 feet off the center line of the road is the right of way. There, I walk the road every day and, there's currently 17 lifts there that would have to be removed, mine included, but, there are a couple of properties that are actually deep enough beyond that where the pier system could be stored. Is that okay?
Well, that would be between you and your neighbors, but
Yeah,
the
but I
four,
mean
there's a
if-
chart here on,
As long as we're 33 feet off the center line, you can still store pure parts there?
you're within your riparian rights, what you own, sure.
Okay,
That's given up anyways. The problem is the storage, the structures have been built, mind you, years ago. Well, not all of them were built 20+ years ago. We did a time-lapse review of it, looking at GIS layers
sure.
to watch development over time. They're inside the county right away as it exists right now, okay? But, and normal processes are, if you're gonna utilize the county right away, you need to have, there's a right of way access fee and permit. And normally that's for development or farming or whatever, temporary use, not not months and months of storage and use, year-round use. So I just want to clean that up.
Right,
That's my interest, is clean it up.
yeah, exactly.
You'll own it. We're out of the business of concerning ourselves with developments inside there other than the Lake District monitoring the dam not being damaged and we monitoring the dam isn't being damaged. And, Cause we're the eyes and ears for DNR on that. And, yeah, that's my interest.
Okay.
Would we have an issue where neighbors get together and they say, well, you can use my land since I have some, and next thing you know, we have them stacked 20 feet high?
Well, I had already when we got the letters, I had already entertained the idea of moving them across the road and putting it in my front yard.
Which is one of my concerns with the fence.
Which may be a lot less expensive than storage. And none of us, I don't think, have even talked to Ryan. Now, I know you have a quote in there as what the approximate cost might be, but haven't really talked to him to see if that he would be.
Yeah, I called the local, a guy who does it up on that lake.
Yeah, Piers, Ryan.
Yeah, he gave me
yeah.
that quote, and,
Okay, all right, okay.
mind you, I don't know if it's still good, it's been a couple months, but it's approximation. But, what we're talking here today is you're good for this winter.
So, okay, right, okay. Okay, thank you.
Got a motion on the floor and a second. Any other discussion amongst the members? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.